All right, Blue Butterfly Gang. So, quick announcement before we get into the reading. If you guys are new, my name is Queen She. Nice to meet you. Thank you guys for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you guys also to those of you that have been liking the videos, engaging, and commenting. I see you. I appreciate the comment, and I will give you guys a like. Sometimes I will respond. But I appreciate you guys so much for supporting Coffee with She and Tarot. That's all I ask for is a like if these readings resonate with you guys. And if you come across my video for the first time, go ahead and subscribe. Also take these readings as they resonate. These are not personals. I'm not telling you that this is your life by any means, but you know, regardless if the storyline resonates with you or not, sometimes it's just good perspective to have because you might run into the situation in the future, or it might be something that is on the way to happening but hasn't happened yet. So, with that being said, let's get into it and see what comes out. Holy Spirit, Angel Guides, what's the energy surrounding Blue Butterfly? What is the storyline at this time? What is the storyline at this time? Also keep in mind as well that as my collective is growing, I do have different energies. This is why I read past, present, future. So what that means is that there's some people who are in toxic cycles and there's some people who's elevated beyond it, right? So you really have to use discernment when listening to these readings to know what you've already outgrown and what it's not your reading, it's somebody else that's in that cycle, right? And where you are currently at in your journey and what you're journeying to. So with that being said, let's go. So we have a Queen of Wands. That's who came out. Tell me about this Queen of Wands. This Queen of Wands first will say that she is, well, Spirit already gave me a message about her. But with this Queen of Wands, you know, a Queen of Wands archetype is somebody who has a lot of confidence. Hi, MM. She has a lot of confidence in herself. And she's not really fearful, right? She's very bold. That's why we see those lions behind her. And I'm focusing on those lions because I also feel like she's not afraid of confrontation. So this Queen of Wands could be somebody who's confrontational, but not in a negative way. She's just assured about who she is. So if she doesn't like something, she will address it, right? She'll address the elephant in the room. And she just has very strong boundaries. So it's like, this person is powerful within themselves. They know their worth. They know who they are. It's lions all around her. She could be a Leo too, right? Don't have to be or have Leo placements, but this person has that very passionate, fiery energy about them. So I think they're very attractive, right? They could be physically attractive as well as they are spiritually attractive. I feel like this is why people tend to have problems with her, because she's attractive, right? Hi, Frosty. Because she's attractive. Like I said, she could also be physically attractive. So I feel like her looks make people want to compete with her. They make people want to fight with her, but really it's her energy, it's who she is, her character. She also seems to be very real, right? And again, it's like, I feel like this is somebody who, even though they're attractive, they don't act like they're better than people. They're not even coming off as somebody who's like bougie. It's like this person really minds their own business. This person don't compete with other people. So when people are having competitions with her, she's not even aware of it because she's like, I like what I like, right? That's her energy. She's like, I like what I like. So if I like it, I'm going to get it. If I don't, I'm not going to keep up with it. So I don't feel like she keep up with trends, or she doesn't care too much about impressing other people. But she would engage in a trendy thing outfit, clothes, topic, if she wants to. Like, she's not opposed to it, but she's not the type of person that's like, oh, I got to keep up with every trend to get by. Like, she stays true to herself. I like this. Ooh, I like this person. She's not competitive. She's competitive towards her own self. So it's not that she's not competitive, like, because she is, but her heart is in the right place. She's gonna be the best because she wants to be the best, not because she's trying to outshine someone else, right? So she's actually very, very positive, and I don't know if she knows how attractive she really is, but there's a lot of people who wish they could get close to her. And remember, this energy could also be a masculine in his divine feminine energy. This does not have to be a woman specifically. So take it as it resonates. Hi, Vlad. Take it as it resonates. But she draws a lot of attention towards her, and a lot of people want her. And they're very passionate about her. People desire to be in her energy, whether that's just a friendship, whether that is like they want to learn from her, or they want to be in some sort of relationship with her, closeness with her. They also feel that she's very loving, right? So that's the other part of this Queen of Wands, is that this could be her duality. Because I am feeling like she really has two different sides to her, and people are seeing it, right? So the energy is based off of this Queen of Wands right now. She's also this Queen of Cups, and these are two different type of archetypes, right? Again, we have fire over here and we have water over here. So with the water energy coming up off of her, this is where she holds space for people and her love. She has so much of it, right? So she's very big-hearted. But I feel like with this queen, she's learned how to, because with this Queen of Wands energy, that this is in the forefront. People don't see this energy, they see this energy. So, but it's like she has a balance with it, right? Her foot is on land, but this is all her water. So she's very deep. She's very empathetic, but she's also warm. But see, a Queen of Cups, they have another side to them as well. A Queen of Cups understands emotions. So she understands her emotions. She understands the depth of her emotions. Maybe most people don't. And maybe this is why she's had to become this Queen of Wands, because it feels like this Queen of Wands is her protective self, right? But on the inside of her core, she's this Queen of Cups. So she could be a water sign. And she could also have fire placements, or it could be opposite. This could be a fire sign who is operating out of their Queen of Cups energy, right? Becoming more soft, becoming more loving, because the Queen of Wands can be cold at times if things don't go their way. Because again, they have strong boundaries, so they have no nonsense. They don't take things personal. Whoever this person is, or however it resonates in their energy, their sign, it don't matter with the signs. My point is that, like, this Queen of Wands, she has a healthy emotional relationship with herself and people. So she's very understanding. She tries to be fair about her decisions. But again, a lot of people are desiring her. And I think that she's moving away from a tough time that she's had. She's moving away from a King of Swords. Ooh, I think we about to get a juicy story. If this reading resonates with you guys at any point, please be sure to hit the like button, please, and thank you. I appreciate it. Now, we got a King of Swords and we got a Queen of Wands. The storyline is beginning to switch now from off of her into this connection where this is a specific situation. Even though she's wanted and a lot of people are attracted to her, a lot of people feel that they could get close to her, we clearly know she's not someone you can really get close to. So with this Queen of Wands, unless she gives you permission to be in her energy, you won't have access to her. right? And again, we've learned that she has this heart, but she keeps her heart guarded now. She's more protective of it. So it seems like people might not see this side of her as much, but they could still see that it's there. She's moving on from someone that she's losing hope for in a connection, this King of Swords. She feels like this relationship has begun to become very exhausting and she's losing more than she's gaining in it, right? But she doesn't see it as a good investment anymore. She's definitely moving on. And I think that, and she has no animosity, she has no regret. This is someone she was really passionate about, and she did see them as a Two of Cups, but I feel that because of the way that they've maybe held back or not make something clear, it's forced her to walk away because she doesn't see it working. She's not mad at them, she just doesn't see the connection working, right? This is the truth and realization that she's coming up to from observing the situation. She's watched them very closely. And she feels like this person needs to heal. So she's come up with an observation that this King of Swords needs to heal. And because they need to heal, they're very up and down. They're indecisive about me. They don't know what they want with me. And I don't see this relationship going anywhere because someone that don't know what they want to do with me is going to get me going up and down, back and forth. So she's standing in her power. But I think that this connection could either influence her or had influenced her to kind of put her heart to the side, right? And it probably made her feel like, well, maybe I need to not focus on love right now and just choose what's best for me. But this connection isn't what's best for me because this person keeps going up and down. When she's honest with herself, the realization that comes up, because now we have the Queen of Swords. And I don't feel like third-party drama. This is just focused on these two people, but I feel like it's focused on the Queen of Wands and how she feels, her perspective about everything. But when she's gotten honest with herself in this storyline, it says that the partner that she's looking for in a marriage, they have to be very, very strong. So she doesn't really want to settle down with something that is less than she deserves. She has love for this King of Swords. They have been a dream to her, but I think that she was giving them like more flowers than they deserved, right? In this situation. The reason why I say that is because she's not mad at them, but she has a new realization about the situation. Like, maybe this person, because the King of Swords, my nose keep itching. I still don't know what that means. Like, it means something spiritual, but I don't know what it means. But this King of Swords, a King of Swords archetype, right? She's a Queen of Wands. And Queen of Wands are also creative. They're very passionate. A King of Swords is the very opposite of that energy, where they're more practical in their approach to things, right? They're a passionate person. It's like, it has to move me. It has to draw me in, right? A King of Swords is like, it just needs to make sense. So that's different energy. Nobody's wrong in their approach. It's just how things are drawn, how they're drawn to things, or how things work for them. So he's like, it needs to make sense. She's like, it needs to move me. I need the passion, right? It needs to inspire me. And he's like, it needs to make sense. So he could have had a whole different thought process about this romance, because I feel like with this King of Swords, he's realizing, he's seeing that he's realized that that Queen of Wands is different because she showed him the Queen of Cups. So his perspective is changing about her because he sees this other side to her that he didn't really see, that she really held these strong boundaries. And I feel that it's making him desire her more, right? He feels like he's losing something. He feels she's losing interest. She's moving on. And that's making him look at the situation completely different. He does have passion for her, though. His energy is directed to her. But he has more of a logical approach to things, right? He is manifesting this connection to come back. I do feel like he wants to make amends. This Queen of Wands is on his mind heavy, but I don't know if he wants to talk to her about marriage or he feels he needs to talk to her about marriage. But he sees her as serious. And he feels like she's moving her energy into something serious. Like she's manifesting a more serious connection. But he knows this because he's watching her. So he's spying on her. To him, her energy has changed. She shifted into someone who has these really strong boundaries. She's not going to let him in unless he comes in as somebody who is ready to date. Somebody who's more romantic. Somebody who has passion, right? Passion, because she wants passion. And okay. He could tell she wants long-term investment. But see, the thing is that he's sad because he's seen that with her as well. What happened here? Now we about to get juicy. Now we about to go dig and dive. We about to see what happened, but for one thing that is for sure, he wants to be her partner. He wants to match her energy. So he's aware that in order for him to get back into her life, her presence, he has to change. He has to change. And he has to be different. He has to be someone completely new, right? Okay, why is she moving away from him? Why is he spying on her? Why is she moving away from him? See, the thing, you know, it's crazy. He's having clarity with himself that, like, he moved away from her. It's like he runs away from her because he didn't feel good enough in himself. Like, there's a lack there. And she's moving away from him because she feels like he's going to make her doubt herself. Like she's not good enough or something because the connection isn't coming together. So I feel like these two haven't really done anything to hurt each other. Hi, Jaleesa. Ooh, you've been catching these ones. They haven't really done anything to hurt each other. She's just choosing herself. So it feels like the Queen of Wands, right? Which is this Queen of Cups. She's really growing. Even if she feels love in her heart for someone, she's looking at the reality of things. So it's like she's not going to wait to get an invitation into somebody's heart. It's like if I'm offering you my cup and you're constantly walking away from it, putting it on pause, not even really rejecting it, just pausing it, right? For whatever reason, because it's like they don't really end the connection. They just hold it in a way where they can come back in and then act like nothing ever happened. Like they're just continuing. But she's recognizing, like, you know, I don't deserve that. This person keeps putting me on pause. It's going to make me feel like, do they have other options? Are they not sure of what they want? Then that messes with my energy, and that makes me go up and down. And I don't like all that back and forth. So I need to move on so that I don't feel less than myself, because she's having a practical thinking, like, eventually this person's going to make me feel like I'm not who I think I am. And I know I am who I think I am, right? So this is where they're betraying each other, because his lack of self-worth pushes her away, right? And then it's also creating a rippling effect where it's making her feel unloved. But see, they want her, but you get me? It's like they don't feel good to have her. They're insecure. So then it's like that's pushing her away, and then that's making her feel like, well, like she could feel that indecision, like, well, maybe they don't know that they want me, so I need to get away from this relationship because I don't like what it's going to do to me, or it's doing to me. So that rippling effect, but they're both sharing that lack. She's like, I don't want to lack. And they're like, my lack is ruining the connection. They're both learning from each other, because her realization as well is that she wants a harmonious marriage. She wants a strong masculine. She's like, I don't want no masculine who's scared to tell me how they feel. I don't want no masculine who don't have no plan for their life, who's still trying to figure out themselves, who don't want to communicate to me, express their emotions, who don't want to date. So her having patience for this person is literally coming from her own love, her own heart. Not that they deserve her patience or her love, but her own heart. So she's looking at it from that perspective with this Queen of Swords energy. It's like, it's my own heart. Even if she truly do love them, it's like she has to love herself and not let her heart rule, right? So that's her lesson. She's been learning through it. And her actions to that lesson is also the very thing helping them wake up to themselves, where it's like, okay, them slowly beginning to understand why she's walking away. So they're becoming honest with themselves. We have them as the King of Swords. That's a match. And then we got the Two of Cups energy there. So them both being real with themselves, it's like clarity is coming. As she's doing the work, so is he, right? But he's, like I said, he's watching her. He's finding a way to look at her. However he gets to see her, he's definitely spying on her. He's observing her to where he can see her behavior has changed. And now he feels sad because he doesn't know if he can have this connection, because now he wants long-term. But he's becoming aware that he needs to heal this lack within himself, because he was afraid he couldn't. Oh, it feels like he didn't think he could be in a relationship long term. He felt like he would mess it up. Like this masculine, I think he didn't want to hurt that Queen of Wands. This doesn't feel like he ever thought she wasn't good enough. It feels like he's really attracted to her. He really likes her, but he doubts himself. And he's realizing he ruined the connection because he wasn't giving her anything, and she's looking for something long-term, and he deep down inside want a long-term relationship, but he's scared of it, of even trying to build with someone, because he didn't think he was good enough for it. So it's like, because he didn't think he was good enough for it, he wouldn't even give it a try. You got China today. Good. Hi, China doll. Okay, what else? Yes, for some, this is an ex. This is an ex who is looking at old photos. They're having memories. Yeah, not enough. They're just now waking up, having this like realization. See, they've been hiding how they really felt, but they have been sad about this whole situation. Either they regret not calling or they are going to. But this is saying that someone is going to reach out. Whoever this energy is, they're going to reach out. This person still has a lot of love and passion for this connection, the same way that they always did. Now on this feminine side, oh, my nose is itching. What does that mean, y'all? That means something, because my nose was fine, and it only do that on live. Anytime, anywhere else, my nose don't itch. So this was a karmic relationship where there was karmic lessons being learned here, which I was just explaining, right? That connection. So there was work, but other than that, this doesn't feel like a narcissist. This doesn't feel like this person was intentionally trying to hurt anybody. This just really feels like there was a lot of sexual energy. This person tried to keep it like that, but it's really because they, deep down inside, they were scared of a relationship, but they liked everything about the relationship. I think that because they wanted to remain single, they wanted it to be something where they can come in and out of that Queen of Wands life so that they could experience her love, because they love her light, her love, but they didn't want to have to commit. And it's like, but they didn't want to hurt her. They just thought they could, how do I explain it? I don't know. Do y'all get it? It's like, these are for the people where they didn't get in a relationship. It was like or even if they did get in a relationship, they broke up because they felt like they're not a good partner. But if the feminine always think like a certain way where they don't have to be that partner to them, about them, they could have it forever. It's like they wanted her to be under an illusion of seeing them a certain way. So let's, like, when you first meet somebody, you're infatuated with them because either you think they're super, super attractive, right? And then it's just like, I can't believe that attractive person liked me. You're all blushing and you know, and it's like you both feel the same way about each other. Then you go out with them, and then that maybe that first date is nice, or that first conversation, hang out, whatever. Then, you know, because we've all been in relationships. Then you see them again, and then eventually it gets to the point where it's like, okay, we're comfortable, but you see more and more of that person, right? It's like this person wasn't really showing. They didn't want to have to really show their real self. They wanted to keep a distance in the connection, but they wanted it. So in their mind, it's like they're in a relationship with the person, but if they have to say it, they feel like it jinxes it. They feel like the relationship will fall apart. So they were trying to keep it like, they're keeping it light, but without saying anything, so that they wouldn't have any pressure to be responsible for the other person. But they weren't realizing that them doing that was just them taking from that Queen of Wands, because she was giving them love and they were moving from headspace. So them just taking left her feeling like, well, you're just stealing from me. You're not giving me anything. So she put up that boundary, like, I'm not giving you anymore. And now they're understanding, like, damn, and feeling foolish. But they weren't seeing it from that perspective, because they're like, I care about her. I like her. I want her. This is the person that maybe one day I'll be in a relationship with when I feel better about myself in the subconscious, but never really taking action towards it, right? So boom, we got that clarity that they really didn't feel good enough. and they didn't realize that it was affecting her. So tell me about the feminine. How does the feminine feel at this point? Because we see her moving on. How does she feel? Page of Spears. She feels like this isn't going to come together. She doesn't see how it's going to work. She's moving away from it. She's losing hope in it. We got the Fool. Queen of Swords. She's being honest with herself. She's like, this is not worth taking a risk. King of Swords. Four of Cups. Damn, we keep getting that. Queen of Swords, King of Swords. Look. So these two, because whenever I see a Queen of Swords and a King of Swords, I'm always like, what is their relatability? Right? Like a Queen of Cups and a King of Cups, they both have the same emotional feelings for each other. So it's like they both express love in the ways that each other like. Boom, they meet there. Right? But she's a Queen of Wands archetype. So, but it also feels like the Queen of Swords in her, because this is all her own energy. All these feminine archetypes are hers. So far, we got the Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords. So she knows how to utilize her elements. He's a King of Swords. So she's like, oh, this is what she's also realizing. King of Swords, y'all might be being manipulated. Plot twist. I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying this because I'm going to be telling on the feminines. For the feminines that this resonate with, what Spirit is showing me is like, maybe y'all haven't come to this conclusion yet, but it's planted in there. And after I say it, it's probably going to come into your consciousness, whatever. But I feel like it's already there. What I feel like with the feminine, remember, she knows how to match. She's matching his energy. So she's like, okay, you don't want to give no emotions to me? I got you. I'm going to take my love back. I'm going to stop focusing on you. I'm going to keep moving forward. She's open to other people, possible loves, but she really do want him. She's just manipulating him. And her manipulation is like, I'm going to withdraw my energy from you, make you worried, make you scared, make you anxious, block you from coming in until you come in the right energy. So it's like there's an element of her starving them. She's starving them, right? So she's like, I'm going to starve you of my energy. And she still wants them to come in the right energy. So she's serious, but she's manipulating them, if that makes sense. Right? She's starving. She's not giving them any of her love. So that shows them how serious she is. That Queen of Wands, her boundaries. Like, yeah, I could be loving. And I could be sweet, but I could also be a bitch. Like, let me show you her. Right? So that's the feminine's perspective on it. Okay, so is she hurt by their actions? 10 of Wands. Page of Wands. I don't think she's hurt by their actions. That's not what it's saying. What it's saying is that what she realized is that she was acting as though this is her responsibility to bring this connection into union. But she's realizing it takes two, right? And it's not her responsibility to like show someone how to be, how do I say it? Well, not show them, but it's like it's not her responsibility to make someone be a partner, like, or what they're missing out on, or how to commit. It's like they should want that for themselves. So she's taking more accountability for herself, where it's like, I'm just gonna match their energy and move along. So they don't want to give me none. Let me show them what it feels like to not have any of my love, because they might be taking me for granted. I haven't gained anything in this connection. So what does it cost me to pull back my energy? And I feel like that's strengthening her, because then also through her doing that act, because she still wants them, right? But she just wants them to grow up. She wants them to do what they need to do. She doesn't want to be the one always trying to make them feel safe. She deserves for them to also protect her and make her feel safe. Like, she can be safe in the connection. She can be vulnerable. She's not allowing them back in until they come in a different energy where they can be more vulnerable, instead of just like methodical, because this masculine is a step-by-step person. He's like, he operates out of the head, not the heart. So his interaction with her and her boundaries is activating his heart space. But she still has to do what she gotta do and move on. Hi, YN. King of Cups. She wants him to have more emotional intelligence and operate out of his heart space with her. She's not worried about them being perfect. She doesn't need them to be perfect, right? She's like, I just don't want to lose in love, but if I choose you, we can work together. I have patience for you to grow if you're willing to learn, but I don't want to be teaching someone who is not receptive to the information I'm giving them. I'm wasting my time, right? I'm wasting my, so that's how the feminine is looking at it. But she's like, if they come in the right energy, then I'll give them another opportunity, but they better come correct, because I'm not dealing with that and I don't have to. So she's talking more like an empress and not a queen, because she's outgrowing certain things. So I feel like moving forward, even if she dates someone new, because I don't feel her stopping herself from meeting new lovers. She's just like, if she's cut off people in the past, she's not letting those people return. If she cut him off, it's more of, I see that you have potential and I know you don't. It's like she knows he has a lack of awareness. He's not doing it intentionally, but she can still see his potential, and she's not falling in love with the potential. She sees them for who they are, but she's like, I feel like she likes this masculine. Like, she likes who this masculine is. She sees this masculine as a masculine, but she has an understanding that people aren't perfect, right? So that's the part where I said she's not looking for perfection. So she likes a lot of the traits that he has, but she just feels like he's lacking in the emotional department, and that's what she needs. She's a Queen of Cups, so she needs that King of Cups to connect to her heart space. That's what she seems focused on. She's like, I don't care about how much money you make. I don't care about where you live. I don't care if you have it all together. I just need you to open up to me. Like, all you got to do is open up to me and show me the real you. Because I already could see, I see who you are. I know you're going to make the money that you need to make. I know how I could be. It's like she knows how beneficial she could be to their life. And she's looking at them and she's like, I would give myself to you if you give yourself to me. But you're holding back who you are, but I know you want me. Because see, he sees all those qualities he likes about her. That's how she sees him. But he doesn't think he's good enough. And so that's why she's manipulating him, because she's like, if he don't get this shit together, he finna lose me. So let me walk away from him, show him what it feels like. Hopefully that changes him to make him appreciate what he has. But if he doesn't appreciate it, I don't miss out on anything because I'm going to get what's for me because I'm still manifesting it. So regardless if it's that person or a new person, I'm not going to lose because I'm choosing myself, which I think is a good way to think about it. There's nothing wrong with you wanting what you want. But if it's not giving you what you want, you still got to choose yourself and love yourself and move forward. But if that energy comes in the right energy, then why not? Right? Why not? I feel like this feminine is careful about her choices because it's like she's manifested a devil in disguise before. So she doesn't want to regret giving the wrong person her heart, right? And this is also what Spirit is teaching her. It's like you don't want to give the wrong person your heart because you thought that someone was going to change before. Don't fall in love with potential. And when you gave them an opportunity, they gave you hell. You regretted it, right? They were manipulative. They were up and down. Each cycle we go through is always a version of the other cycles we've been through. But the difference is now we get to make a different choice. So it's like you're living a bunch of different lives every cycle, right? But the thing is, because this cycle is still like the last cycle, but she's making different decisions. So it's like there's different things she's looking for in a partner. Maybe at one cycle she was so looking for lust, right? She was attracted to them by external things, what they look like. And then when it came to working together in partnership, it just sucked. Boom, now it's the same thing in a different cycle, but are you being aware to what you're being attracted to, why you're attracted to it? Let's change certain things, because if it didn't work out in the past cycle, it's because of something. It's because of something that needs to change. So instead of us having regrets this time, what we do is we weigh the pros and the cons. Are we getting our needs met here? Are we getting our needs met here? You get me? Once we weigh those pros and cons, we can make a decision on who we're going to choose to work with in the future. So this feminine is trying to balance her karma. She's like, I'm not trying to go through any more heartbreaks. Like, I want a King of Pentacles who's not going to hold back. Somebody who... So this is who she really wants, right? She really wants someone who is stable in themselves. Someone who doesn't hold back from her. But somebody who's also very responsible. Who has spiritual wisdom. Who can make plans. Who can save for the future, because she's going to be a Queen of Pentacles, or she is. She has stability in herself. So remember, an Emperor is going to match. An Emperor and Empress has all the King and Queens. So they'll match on every level, right? They'll work really well together. But if they do get with someone in their energy as a king, she wants someone who's going to be a King of Pentacles to her Queen of Pentacles. Because she, at this point in her journey, she has stability. She might be creating more stability for herself, but she can provide for herself. So that much she knows this person has to be able to provide for themselves, take care of themselves, know how to plan for the future, a rainy day. I don't want someone who's irresponsible, partying, spending all their money, and then we're going to be struggling to pay our bills. Like, that matters. Maybe they have a little debt, but they're financially responsible. Maybe they had debt from going to school, or they had a hard point in their life that they were struggling. She doesn't care about that, right? It's like, are you in debt because you're continuously making those same irresponsible decisions, or are you in debt because you had to struggle, you had to borrow, but now you're doing good and you're paying that debt off? I can stand beside you because I know you're responsible, and it's going to eventually clear out. but I'm not going to give myself to somebody who's irresponsible and keep making the same decisions. So because she's thinking from an adult perspective, she's like, this masculine needs to show up as an adult. I'm not asking for too much, and he's not going to make me feel like I'm asking for too much, because maybe he's just immature, right? So, but I feel like on a soul level, she feels like they're her match. On a soul level, she feels like this person can be perfect for her, because it's like with that Queen of Wands there, she's learned boundaries because of them. But let me see what, because I feel like she feels like they don't have a lot of work to do. They just need to open up to her. What was I gonna ask? So I'm gonna wrap this up. Ooh, something in my eye. Damn, what was I gonna ask? Damn it, I lost it, and I can't even rewind this. All right, let's wrap it up, Holy Spirit Angel guys, with the feminine. What is she gonna do? Page of Pentacles, Six of Cups, what else? Ooh. Okay, so it looks like she's moving towards her wish fulfillment, right? She's going after the things that she wants to create, which is good. And I feel like this person will come back from the past. He's going to come back as a King of Wands. So it will manifest. It will. There's going to be an opportunity. She might think that it's over, but she just needs to really let go and let them work on themselves. And she needs to focus on what she's been building for herself and really enjoy it. She needs to have her own dream, her own vision, her own purpose. So if she's focused on that, it doesn't matter what this person is doing, right? She's not going to get her hopes up. She's not going to be thinking like, oh, when are they coming back? She's going to be building her stuff, focusing on her dreams, fulfilling those, giving her attention to her rebirth. As she do that, they're going to come back in. They're going to come in transformed, but that's the surprise. It's going to be unexpected. She's not going to know when they're going to come in because she's going to be so busy focused on herself. And they're going to be spying on her, and that's going to inspire them to really work harder on themselves. So that person will be back, and that's going to be when she's going to be the one to decide what she wants to do, because she might change her mind that she doesn't want the connection anymore. But it doesn't really look like she's waiting on them, and doesn't look like she's really changing her mind either. It just looks like she's tapped into work. Like, I'm focusing on my dreams. It's like her energy is like, unless someone really draws me in. Remember, we started off with her being passionate. She's like, unless someone really draw me in because they're connecting to me in the way that I want them to, and like I know it's really who they are and I'm intrigued by them, then I'm not going to go in that direction. And if she sees, even when she's attracted to someone, that they're not really showing her who they are, she's not going to be giving chances to it either. She's just going to keep moving forward. Like, she's not going to do what she did in this cycle she went through was her last cycle, with her letting her heart give so many opportunities for change, because she sees that it wills the same results. Like, when she's too graceful for someone, they keep doing it because they might have a misunderstanding of her. But instead of her getting mad this time, she's like, okay, they lack self-awareness. It's not my job to teach them self-awareness. Like, it's my job to make decisions for myself, but her self-awareness triggers their self-awareness. Does it make sense? Boom. So it's all lessons. It's all lessons. But anyways, thank you guys so much for chilling with me with this reading. I hope you guys enjoyed. If it resonated, give me a big fat thumbs up. If you're looking for more videos by me, you guys can check out my Patreon. Over there we do more, a little bit like this, collective, personal, where it's more focused on your energy than the outside person. But these are collective readings, so whatever comes out comes out. I don't really meditate on these readings. These readings are just it's just messages. But the Patreon is more centered around you guys' healing, focused on the aspect of you. So if you guys are interested in that, the link is in the bio. It's in the link tree. What else? All my other social media links are also there. I also have Wholesome Woman, where it's more relatable. It's still collective, but it's more perspective and it's more relatable, like with relatability, right? And I'm building something there too, so y'all should stay tuned for that. And then like my personal page, whatever, I think that's in there. Maybe I need to re-add it. I don't know. But anyways, thank you guys for chilling. Love you guys. And if you guys are new, my name is Queen She. Welcome. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Aw, thank you, Chandra.